Los Fresnos Tournament of Champions. We're in Los Fresnos United Middle School, home of the Falcons, and we are set for the first semifinal game of the day, as this will feature the San Antonio Reagan Rattlers taking on Euless Trinity's Trojans. Euless Trinity out of the Dallas area, and of course the Reagan Rattlers out of San Antonio. We are watching as the two teams are warming up. Got about 5 minutes before the opening tip-off. The Euless Trinity Trojans on the right. On the left-hand side, you can see them right there. The Rattlers from San Antonio Reagan. Should be a great semifinal game number one. And the winner of this will move on to the championship game at 5 o'clock later this evening. And they'll take on the winner of the next game coming up between Houston Jesuit and Los Fresnos and the Falcons. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you close to the opening tip-off. Euless Trinity takes on Reagan. Rattlers and Trojans on Rio Sports Live.
Thanks for watching Rio Sports Live.
Rio Sports 5, number one.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, we're Lady Vikings, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we are continuing to watch our two teams warm up here, as we are getting closer to the opening tip-off of this matchup between the San Antonio Reagan Rattlers and the Euless Trinity Trojans. The winner of this will play in the championship game at 5 o'clock this evening. Right back here on this gym floor, the loser will drop to the third place game, which is scheduled to tip off at 3:30. This is our first of 5 games coming your way today from this gym. This first semifinal game, and then we'll have the second one immediately following this, a semifinal game. We'll pick up the consolation championship game. We'll get the third place game, and we'll also have the championship game for you here as we continue our coverage on Rio Sports Live. Take a break. When we come back, I'll tell you about some other broadcasts coming up. This is Pregame show on the semifinal game from the Tournament of Champions 2019 out of Los Fresnos, from Los Fresnos United. Euless Trinity, San Antonio Reagan. This is Rio Sports Live.
There's a guy in the showroom that says he wants to trade in his ride.
And? Oh. Write him up.
Santa traded in his sleigh at Hacienda Ford, but he left all his presents in it. Now, Hacienda Ford is giving away all those presents to less fortunate families here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Robert Bella's favorite cats, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarres in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? Add a piece of cake by Ibarra's, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is a piece of cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, Euless Trinity and the Trojans break out. They've got 80 minutes on the clock. I'll take that. That's a lot of basketball right there as they now fixing the score clock. Reagan Rattlers will be the home team on the scoreboard. They'll be in the white uniforms with the green trim. Meanwhile, Euless Trinity will be in the black uniforms with the red and white trim. And already Euless Trinity out ready to take the jump ball. Jackson Kapolis will stand in the center circle. Kapolish is ready to go. Stands in, is 6'6" as a junior. And across from him is 6'8" senior Will Karsten. Tip is controlled in the backcourt. San Antonio Reagan will have it to start this ball game. Rattlers bring it across. Have a lot of shooters on this team. They'll lob it inside, lay it up and in, made by Will Karsten off the first bucket of the game. Back comes Euless Trinity. They were beaten on a backdoor cut that time baseline. Now they'll set it up on the offensive end. They've got some shooters as well. Right there, count it from three, made by Marcus Irvin. Each team hitting out of the gate. Rattlers on the dribble. That's a steal as Karsten loses it on the turnover. Euless Trinity and the Trojans will try to capitalize on that. Work it in the corner for the extra three, and another one on the way. No good. Rebound by Karsten. Off the miss by the Euless Trinity. That's a loose ball. Save back in bounds. Another turnover by the Reagan Rattlers. Euless Trinity with the ball. Again, they'll work them for the extra pass. They were operating on all cylinders yesterday. Here's an open three. Count that. Another three, and they are getting these open looks. Cam Dancy splashes that one home. Reagan takes a timeout. They trail 6-2. They'll talk about getting out on the shooters after this.
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Imagine watching your favorite movie or sporting event on a 100-inch screen, right in the comfort of your living room. See the big picture with great sound. Get a theater installed in your home today for just $29.99. D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
After the timeout, Reagan Rattlers with the ball. They'll work it inside to Carson. Has it above his head. Kicks it out to Keith Davis. Davis on a clear out, backs it away. Good defense played by this Euless Trinity Trojan team. We saw them yesterday. They can be outright stingy on the defensive end, preventing anything from the outside shooting. There's an entry pass that's stolen. Another turnover by the Rattlers. Euless Trinity with the ball in the open court. Outside to Marcus Irvin in the corner. Here's a three on the way. Right side, good. Made another three-pointer. This time Kapulish joins the mix. 3 3-pointers made here in the first 2 minutes of the game. Rattlers back on the offensive end. Work in the hands of Keith Davis. Davis between the two circles. Backs it away. Handles it. Spins it right side to Julian Meyer. Meyer hands it off to Patrizio Loya. Now another steal. Turnovers now mounting up for the Reagan Rattlers. 3 on the way for the Trojans. That's off the mark. Dancy tips a rebound. It goes out of bounds. We'll go the other way. It was Trinity finally missing on a three-point attempt. They've hit 3 of 5 here in this game to start it off. Rattler basketball in the open court. Their turnovers have been a factor. They've turned it over 4 times already in this game. They're one trip down. They got a shot off. It was an easy layup on a backdoor cut. Kick it in the corner. Here's a 3 on the way for the Rattlers. That's good. Aiden Wollensire drops it in. 9-5 game, and both teams showing that they certainly have weapons outside beyond the arc. Euless Trinity now. Get it to Kapolish. Outside it goes. They'll slow the pace. Catching it is Malachi Farr. Farr has the ball, swings it to the left side to Irvin. Irvin puts it on the floor, finds Kabanga. That shot won't go though. Inside the arc, rebound by the Rattlers. They want to run. Front court, coast to coast, kick it in the corner, open three. Patrizio Loya makes it. 9-5 or checking 9-8 game as the Rattlers have now settled in. Again, when they don't turn it over, they're producing on the offensive end. Kabanga finds Kapolish. Kapolish for the Trojans. Back outside. Noel Kabanga now a three on the way. That one won't go. Rebound by the Rattlers. They'll save it underneath their own goal. On a loose ball, they'll scramble around for that on the jump ball. Possession arrow should favor Euless Trinity. If you're just joining us here on Rio Sports Live, we're in Los Fresnos. Final day's coverage. This is a semifinal game between Euless Trinity out of Dallas and the Reagan Rattlers out of San Antonio. Euless Trinity with the ball on the offensive end into a double team. They'll lose it on a turnover. Outlet pass. Here's Keith Davis, right side, lay it up and in. And the Rattlers take the lead. They trailed early. They lead by one halfway through the first. Timeout on the floor. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
We are back here on Rio Sports Live. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera. I'm Joe Bowling with you. We are coming to you from Los Fresnos, Texas on a Saturday morning. First semifinal game of the day. This is the Reagan Rattlers, as you see there, back defensively. And they turned up the heat after trailing early in this game to Euless Trinity and lead as we resume play here in the first quarter. Trojan basketball on the perimeter. Marcus Irvin on the handling, gets it into Kapolish. Spins on the baseline and threw it away. So a turnover by Euless Trinity. Now they're second of the game. And it's Reagan basketball. Keith Davis brings it front side. See if the Trojans extend out on these shooters now. A lob inside, Kapolish gets the steal. Nice defense that time. Here comes Malachi Farr. Farr has the ball for the Trojans. Backs it away from harm's way. Handles it left-hand side. A catch there by Dominic Johnson. Goes inside to Kapolish. Further inside, trying to find Irvin. Has it stripped away and taken away by the Rattlers. Nice hustle that time by Julian Meyer. Ball in the front court for the Trojans. Taken right back away. As the Trojans steal it from the Rattlers. Open three in the corner from the left. That spins out. No good by Cam Dancy. Rebound by Will Karsten. Quickly, ball in the front court for the Reagan Rattlers. No numbers there for Patrizio Loya. Hands it off to Keith Davis, and they'll set it up. Davis out near the mid-court stripe. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. That pass deflected. One thing about this Trojan team, we saw them yesterday. They can certainly get in passing lanes and disrupt an offensive flow. Substitution in the game for the Rattlers as Trey Thompson will check in the game. Thompson, a 5'9" sophomore guard, enters play. Keith Davis will throw it in. 2:53 left here in the first. Hands it off to Julian Meyer. A lot of contact there on the baseline as he makes a collision with Malachi Farr, and Farr's whistle for the foul. And that's the first foul of the ball game for either team. It comes with 2:49 to go in the first quarter. Rattlers will inbound the ball, up one. Davis looks in the paint. That's deflected out of bounds. No way was he going to get it through there. Marcus Irvin was there. Also trailing the player was Dominic Johnson. There was also help in the paint as Jeremy Matos was in there for the Trojans. Quick outlet pass to Aiden Wollenzire. Wollenzire finds Loya. Loya hands it off to Keith Davis, and the Rattlers will set up the offensive show. In the half court in the first quarter, up by one at 10-9. Davis has the ball. Handles it with either hand. Pinballs through there. Gets in the paint, hangs in the air, kicks it out for the open three by Loya. That's good. Loya, another three. Patrizio has 6 in the game to take over the lead in the scoring department for the team. 4-point lead now for the Reagan Rattlers. That's an entry pass taken away. Rattlers on the steal, trying to capitalize now. Points off the turnover. In the front court, Davis hands it out to Wallensire, back to Davis. He'll slow the pace. Couple of minutes left here in the first quarter. Davis veers right side, gets it to Meyer. Julian Meyer will set it up, back in the hands of Davis. They'll probe everything top of the key right now, off the offensive set. In the paint, a lot of contact there. Foul called on the floor as Julian Meyer found a seam. Picks up a foul on Malachi Farr, his second of the game. Will Karsten now checks back in for the Reagan Rattlers. Karsten wearing that number 15, the 6'8 senior. Catches the inbound pass. Karsten hands it off to Loya. Left side to Davis. Davis into a double team. That's a jump ball. In the possession exchange, it stays in the hands of the Rattlers of Reagan. Fans watching on our social media, if you're watching on our Facebook, please share the link out there. Also follow and like our page. Help us get our numbers up. If you're on our YouTube channel, which is where I encourage you to watch these games, be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. A lob inside for Karsten. Nice catch in traffic. Banks it up and in. Will Karsten with a made bucket. He's got 4 points in the game. Minute 30 left here in the first. It's now a 6-point lead for the Reagan Rattlers. Euless Trinity with the ball in the open court. Off the dribble. That's off the glass. Short. Offensive rebound by Irvin. Put it up. Got it to go and got fouled. Marcus Irvin working the offensive boards. Makes the basket. And you look back, if the teams take care of the ball, the offensive flow seems to produce points. Early San Antonio Reagan turned it over 4 times. They've turned it over 5 total in the first quarter. But most of those were leading to points scored by Euless Trinity. Free throws up and in by Irvin. His 3-point play now gives him 6 points in the game. 3-point lead for the Rattlers of Reagan. Outside to Julian Meyer. Top of the key now, Zach Lee in the ball game. Hands it off to Trey Thompson, back to Lee. Over it goes to Meyer. Meyer probes the defense, nothing there. Good show that time by Gio Nkata for the Trinity out of Dallas. Karsten with a catch. That's about where you want him to handle the ball if you're the Trojans. Spins it on the baseline. Tough move there, out of bounds. Davis tried to go baseline. They sealed that route off and force another turnover against the Rattlers. Euless Trinity now with a made 3 can tie this game up. Winner plays in a championship game at 5 o'clock today here to wrap up this tournament. A lot of basketball between now and then. Semi-final game here. Dukaka has the ball out near the mid-court stripe. Veers right-hand side, sets it up, sets him in motion. Finds Tavares James back outside to the free throw line, further out. A catch there by Johnson. Makes a move in the paint, dishes off, a lot of contact, layup good. On the finish, Marcus Irvin, and that closes out the first quarter. 1-point game. Reagan leads. We'll be back with the second as the semifinals continue from the Los Fresnos United Gym, the Dome, if you will, in Los Fresnos, Texas. Semifinal 2019 Tournament of Champions continues after this.
Hi, we're the Real Night City Rattlers. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Right now.
Back here to start the second quarter. Euless Trinity will turn it over. And the Reagan Rattlers have the ball in the offensive end. Up one here. Karsten catches out on top. Spins a pass right side to Trey Thompson. Keith Davis catches it and sends Karsten back inside the paint. Dishes off. Karsten now posting up. Looking to get the entry pass. Catches in traffic. Spins it outside. They find the open shooter. Top of the key. And it's good. That's what you get when you collapse on that inside on a strong post move. Finish on the baseline goes up no good by the Trojans. They'll get the offensive rebound. James now in the paint, off the glass, got it to go. Tavares James stuck with that and scores his first points of the game. 2-point lead for the Rattlers. Down the left side, kick it out, another good spacing job. A layup results, and it's up and in by Keith Davis. That time they spaced 4 players on that right side beyond the arc. Davis saw the defense trying to recover, just drove right past him. 4-point lead for the Rattlers of Reagan. Euless Trinity with the ball on the offensive end. Johnson on a clear out. Handles it, spins it in the corner. You can see now the Reagan Rattlers have extended out. Now here's an open three. That's good. Ikaka with a three-pointer. Gio with his first points of the game. Rattlers back with the basketball. Keith Davis has it outside. Got to the free throw line. He's in trouble there. Finds Karsten, who goes baseline. Spins it in the corner for an open three, and that's good. Karsten the assist. Zach Lee the three. Couple minutes gone here in the second quarter. Rattlers have outscored Euless Trinity 8-5 here in the second quarter to open up this 4-point lead. Trojans with the ball on the offensive end. Corner three on the way, and that's good. Tavares James that time beyond the arc. 1-point game. Rattlers back on the offensive end. Off the dribble, this is Meyer. Meyer lobs it outside to Trey Thompson, gets it back. He was open, just didn't pull the trigger. Now attacks, kicks it right wing. This time they guard Lee. Outside to Keith Davis. Davis can't get past his man, loses it. Picked up though, now a loose ball rolls out of bounds. Touch last by Euless Trinity. And the Trojans that time turned up the heat. Substitutions will check in off the whistle. For Euless Trinity, Elijah Green will check in the ball game. Also back in is Jackson Kapolish. Rattlers trying to get the right personnel in the game. Aiden Wollensire checks in. Also Patrizio Loya back in for the Rattlers. They lead by 1. It's their ball. 5:15 to go in the half. Between the two circles, there's a Wollensire. Spins it left-hand side to Loya. Loya on a clear out. Stopped his dribble, needs some help. Does as he finds Julian Meyer. Meyer handles the ball outside. Takes it off the dribble into contact, and that'll be a charge. And that time, Tavares James kind of assisted in setting up that charge. He saw Marcus Irvin was in position, and Irvin just stood his ground. James kind of directed the ball handler right into the path of James, and when the contact occurred, thus the charge. Third team foul against the Rattlers here in the first half. Euless Trinity trying to regain the lead. They led early in this game. They go inside, kick it outside for the open three. Short. Rebound tipped out long, and they'll control it near the midcourt stripe. Looking to set it up between the circles. Outside it goes. Now they'll work it around the perimeter. Kapolish. Right side, nothing there. Back on top in the hands of Elijah Green. Now they'll go inside to Kapolish. Working against Karsten. Through a double team, spins it outside, off the dribble this time, and a jump stop in the lane. Lay it up, no good. Rebound tipped up and in, though, by Tavares James. James with another stick back, and the lead back in the hands of the Trojans. Rattlers with the ball. Baseline jumper. That's up and in by Patrizio Loya. Lead goes back and forth halfway through the second quarter. Euless Trinity back with the ball on the offensive end. Kapalish catches on the left wing. Looking inside, Kabunga's posting up. They'll guard him off. No entry pass that time through. Kapalish a catch again. Karsten comes out to guard him. Puts it on the floor, can't shake him. Handles it with the right hand. Lost his dribble, now he gets it inside. Kabanga goes to work. Missed a shot, got a rebound, but pushed off to get it. Noel Kabanga was free for that first shot. Just couldn't get it to fall. Whistle for the foul. That's a second team foul against Euless Trinity here in the first half. Keith Davis has the ball for the Rattlers. Right wing pass to Zach Lee. Top of the key it goes to Patrizio Loya, who finds Keith Davis. Davis off the dribble, through a double team. Strong attempt, missed the shot, but it got blocked out of bounds. Davis recognized he better be real strong with that ball going through there. Just had it blocked. Outlet pass to Karsten on the inbound play. Finds Davis, they quickly guard him. Back in the hands of Karsten, goes to work inside, made the basket and got fouled. Will Karsten on the finish. And a nice job of moving the ball around that time off the inbound play. It went from Karsten to Davis, back to Karsten, finished, and stands at the line to shoot a free throw. For Karsten, he's got 6 points in the game. First attempt at the free throw line is no good. That's the first free throw attempted for the Rattlers in the game. There's only been 2 shots between the two teams. Back to a 3-point lead for the Reagan Rattlers. Euless Trinity with the ball in the baseline. They'll find Cam Dancy. Dancy top of the key to Kapolis. Looking inside, Kabanga had a spot. They just didn't get him the ball. Off the dribble, now spin it out for a Dancy 3. Releases quickly, no good. Rebound, offensive board. Put it up for Tavares James again. James going to work on the offensive rebounds. That's his 3rd in the game. And a 1-point game with Reagan on top with the ball. Davis lost his dribble. Gets some help by Loya. Gets it back to Davis. Guarded by James on the outlet. Backs out again. Setting up the offense for the Reagan Rattlers. Spins it right side, cuts through. Wallensire watches, puts it on the floor, goes baseline, spins it out to Zach Lee. Lee attacks left side, lay it up, and missed it. Rebound Kapolish. Outlet pass to Elijah Green. Euless Trinity with a chance to take the lead. Kabanga in rhythm, lets that one go, it's well short. Long rebound comes out to Keith Davis for the Rattlers. They want to run. Ahead to Loya. Up, under, missed a shot. Rebound tipped up. Kabanga secures the rebound. Here come the Trojans. Quick pass ahead to James. Tavares James doesn't have the numbers. Gets it to Kabanga. Forces it through the lane. A bump and a foul called as Elijah Green was slipping through there. He got knocked to the ground. Non-shooting foul. 3rd team foul against the Reagan Rattlers. Substitutions back in the game. Kenyon Williams and Malachi Farr enter the game for the Euless Trinity Trojans. Before that, a timeout call. 1-point game. Rattlers with the lead. Trojans with the ball when we return.
This Kenwood multimedia player that has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for just $10 a week. Low weekly payments at D-Tronics. D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
D-Tronics.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here after the timeout, the Reagan Rattlers back on the floor. They're in the white uniforms with the green trim. Euless Trinity and the Trojans make their way out, the black uniforms with the red trim. Joe Bowling with you, Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera today from Los Fresnos United. Championship day of the 2019 Tournament of Champions in Los Fresnos. Trojan basketball, they're down 1. Final 2 minutes playing out of the first half. Dancy has the ball out front side. Spins it in the corner. Here's a three on the way for the lead. It won't go. Rebound. Karsten has that for the Reagan Rattlers, and here they come on the run. Protecting the lead. Davis has the ball. Attacks through a double team. Lost control. Out of bounds it goes. Off of the Trojans. Tavares James and Cam Dancy were there on a double team. I'll say that touched James last. Reagan gets it into Karsten. Karsten puts it on the floor against Kapolish, takes a bump, and that's a foul. Kapolish that time was a little late getting to that position. Anytime you see a player running out of the lane to play defense, if you have the ball in your hands off the dribble, you can take it right to that guy. He'll get that foul call every time. Entry pass. Will Karsten puts it up and in. For Karsten, he's got 8 points here in the first half. Joins Patrizio Loya as team leaders in scoring for the Reagan Rattlers. Ball inside. Taken away by the Rattlers, and here comes Karsten in the front side, spins it outside. The extra pass for the three by Davis is no good. Missed chance that time for the Reagan Rattlers. Kenyon Williams got the board. Euless Trinity will settle it down. Malachi Farr between the circles, minute left. That's a dangerous pass to Dancy, tipped away. Stolen, but the Rattlers throw it away. Fortunate possession that time for Euless Trinity. They'll retain possession on the exchange. Marcus Irvin checks back in on that quick whistle. Trojan basketball out of bounds at the scorer's table. Tavares James ready to set him in motion. Before that, they had a little moisture on the floor right in front of the San Antonio Reagan bench. So they'll attend to that, and now we're ready to roll. James inbounds it. Malachi Farr brings it ahead. Picked up defensively by Keith Davis, who gives him some room. Spin it right side to Tavares James. Kicks it out for a three. That's an offensive foul to free up the shooter. Wave off the shot, and Irvin picks up the foul. Rattlers were doing a great job switching to get out on those shooters. Prior to that, San Antonio Reagan basketball. They lead by 3, led by 1 after 1 quarter. Davis kicks it out. Loya open 3, that's short. Long rebound comes out to Tavares James. Here come the Trojans back on the offensive end. 25 seconds to go in the half. Trojans kick it in the corner. Here's a 3 for the tie, and count it. Tavares James steps way beyond the arc to hit that. 14 seconds left in the half. See if the Rattlers go for one final shot here to close it out. Top of the key, a catch there by Zach Lee. Outside, Loya attacks, a lot of contact, that's a charge. Stepping in was Malachi Farr to draw the charge. And with 3.5 seconds to go, the Euless Trinity Trojans will have one last opportunity here. They'll not guard the inbound pass. They'll give up anything this side of the midcourt stripe. Roll it forward. Irvin picks it up with 3, 2, 1. Shot will count, and it's off the mark. Nothing decided after a half. We're all tied, 29 apiece. San Antonio Reagan, Euless Trinity, Trojans. Tournament of Champions continues after this.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
We are back here at halftime of a semifinal game number 1, and as we're at the halftime break, Houston Jesuit will be out taking some warm-ups. They'll be in our second semifinal game as they'll take on the host school, the Los Fresnos Falcons. Right now at halftime of this one, San Antonio Reagan Rattlers tied with the Euless Trinity Trojans, all tied at 29 apiece. Your leading scorers in the game, one player in double figures, that's Tavares James for the Euless Trinity Trojans. Finished with 12 points in the first half. His teammate Marcus Irvin with 8. Cam Dancy had 3. Jackson Kapulish finished with 3. Gio Zinkaka also had 3 points. For the San Antonio Reagan Rattlers, it was 8 points apiece for Will Karsten and Patricio Loya. 6 points for Zach Lee, 4 for Keith Davis. And Aiden Wollensire finished the first half with 3. Again, we got a semifinal game number 2 coming up after this one. We're at halftime between the Reagan Rattlers and the Euless Trinity Trojans. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back with more after this.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Hey, Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles is open throughout the day. My wife Daya there at the store. We brought in another 1,000 records, vinyl records for the Christmas rush. So I encourage you to stop by in there at San Benito, 237 North Sam Houston. Houston Jesuit out taking some warm-ups, and as they do so, I want to remind you we have additional coverage as Jacob Young and company are out at Hidalgo today for the final day of the Pirate Classic. They've reached their semifinals as well with 2 games this morning, going about the same time ours were. I think they tipped off a half hour earlier for semifinal game number 1, and then their second game will follow. They'll eventually get to the championship game as well, which is scheduled for 4:30 in Hidalgo at the Pirate Classic. Coming up this week, we've got additional broadcast. On Monday, we'll have a basketball game. Rudy and I will find one. Tuesday, we'll be at Donna with at least one system, as we'll be covering the game between the Donna Redskins and San Perlita. And then next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll have a double dip tournament coverage action between the tournaments in PSJA. And we'll also be at La Feria. Billy Watson may be joining in on the mix of that, assisting us in covering our game. So busy day. A week from tomorrow, we'll also be covering the RGV Coaches Basketball Association Volleyball All-Star Games. That's coming from McCallum Memorial. I'll tell you more about that and more about this game as we are at halftime. Reagan Rattlers and Euless Trinity tied at 29 apiece. This is Real Sports Live.
Coach Nava with Westaco East High School. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
extra thankful this year with faster internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet service throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. Take a slice off the cost with free installation. Gobble unlimited gigabytes with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Back here at halftime, both teams have made their way back out on the floor. Reagan Rattlers over on the right-hand side, warming up. Then on the left-hand side will be Euless Trinity. And the Trojans are all tied at 29 apiece. This is the first of what will be 5 games coming your way from this gym today. We do appreciate you joining in on our broadcast as we continue to cover sports here on Rio Sports Live. Take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half. Rattlers and Trojans, the tournament of champions in Los Fresnos. This is Rio Sports Live.
Hi, we're the Lady Wildcats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Right now at D-Tronics, you can add this boom and bass package to your ride for just $20 a week, and D-Tronics will install it for free. Low weekly payments at D-Tronics. D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
D-Tronics. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Back here as we get set for the second half to begin. Well, you know my saying. Game separated by 2 points or less at halftime. First team to call a timeout in the second half. About 95% of the time in games I broadcast won't come out with a win. We'll see who has to call a timeout first here and see if it plays out again. It's not always a guarantee, but in a lot of games. Just ask Evie Vasquez. I wish she was here. She was going to try to make it out here to cover some of these games with us. Maybe she'll make it by the championship game. Rattler basketball, and away we go. Rattlers in the white uniforms. They go inside to Carson. Kicks it out for the shooter in the corner. Open look. Won't go. Rebound by Euless Trinity. Here come the Trojans. This is Tavares James. That's your leading scorer in the game. Only player in double figures. Has it again in the left corner. Goes to work on the baseline. Spins it inside for Kapolish. Nice catch. Missed a shot. Offensive rebound by the Trojans. Back in the hands of James. Floats it home. Offensive rebounding quietly coming into play now for this Trojan team. Carson dribbles into a double team and he's fouled. That'll be on Cam Dancy. Nobody in foul trouble here in this game as there was limited fouls called in the first half between the two teams. Next up is Houston Jesuit against Los Fresnos. We'll have the championship bracket all set up. Rattlers with the ball on the offensive end. Kick it outside. Ball in the hands of Keith Davis. Davis slows the pace to set it up. Guarded on top by Malachi Farr. Wings it right side to Loya, goes inside to Karsten, into a double team, spins it out, nothing there yet. Now a 15-footer rolls in. Nice job of recognizing that that shot was there, and Julian Meyer ties it up. Back come the Trojans with the ball. Working outside to James. James to Kapulis, squares up against Carson, gets him in the air, hangs in the air, misses a shot. Rebound by the Rattlers, outlet pass, and they want to run. Here comes Keith Davis. Davis kicks it in the right corner, nothing there for Loya. Overhead pass, an extra pass, now off the dribble Meyer. Spins it, now they'll go baseline, find Karsten there. 12-footer won't go, long rebound comes out to Malachi Farr. Farr races into the front court, attacks left side, lay it up, count it and a foul. Malachi Farr saw that there was a defender back there. Sidestepped him, made the basket, and will shoot a free throw. For Farr, that's his first point scored in the contest. One shot here. First half, we had just 2 free throws shot between the two teams. Farr misses that, but another offensive rebound for Tavares James. Jumper on the way from 15 won't go. Carson gets a rebound. Whistles an outlet pass to Loya. Loya, left-hand side, has it stripped, tipped out of bounds. He'll kick it last. And ball back to the hands of the Euless Trinity. And good defense by Marcus Irvin to get back on the defensive end. Couple minutes gone here in the third quarter. Euless Trinity with the ball up 2. They led early in the first quarter. San Antonio Reagan responded to take a 15-14 lead at the end of the first 8 minutes played. Off the dribble, Stefan Flournoy. Flournoy gets it into the hands of Zach. Check that to Farr, to Kabanga, who will bring it back outside. Noel Kabanga spins it to James. In the corner it goes. This is Farr. Fadeaway jumper won't go. Might have been tipped. Rebound by Karsten in the backcourt, and he's fouled by Marcus Irvin. Karsten got up ginger after that. He'll try to stretch his back out. They attend to some moisture on the floor. Just joining us, it was a 29-29 game at the end of the first half. Be Reagan basketball out of bounds. Will Karsten, one of your leading scorers for the Rattlers, will throw it in. He's got 8 points. Hands it off to Keith Davis. Davis has been running a point throughout the day. Brings it up against the defense of Farr. Top of the key, here's an open 3, and that's good. 3 by Julian Meyer. For Meyer, he's got 5 points. Reagan on top by 1. Euless Trinity with the ball. Off the dribble, he takes it left hand, up and in, made by Tavares James. No help defense that time, and James beat his man off the dribble. Back on the other side. Ball in the hands of the Rattlers. Kick it in the corner. Davis catches, breaks it back away. Again, guarded by Farr and man-to-man. Stretches it right side to Zach Lee, cuts through, gets it back to Meyer. Meyer goes inside, Karsten puts it in and gets fouled. Will Karsten on a finish. And Reagan on top by 1 as this lead goes back and forth. Karsten to the free throw line. 0 for 1 on the day. Spins that one out, no good. 1 point lead, Reagan on top. Farr attacks left side for Euless Trinity. Tries to throw a pass, a lot of contact on that, no call. Loya was able to steal it. Front court, a lot of contact there, that'll be a charge. Keith Davis is like, wait, that was the same stuff going on the other end of the court. He gets up and heads back to play some defense on the other end. Euless Trinity with the ball, down 1. Outside to Kabanga. Kabanga off the dribble into a double team. Lost his dribble. Finds Farr, who finds James, who gets it to Flarney. Back over in the hands of Farr. Inside Kabanga. Jump hook won't go. Rebound by Will Karsten. Outlet pass, he finds Trey Thompson. Thompson off the dribble. Hands it off to Julian Meyer. Meyer slows the base by getting the hands of Davis. Back outside, looking inside. They're doing a good job defending Carson. Nussbaum, they get a pass inside, layup good. Assist to Julian Meyer, basket Will Karsten. Reagan up by 3. Ball back in the hands of the Trojans. Missed shot, rebound by Karsten. Reagan now can try to build on a 3-point lead. Davis brings it across. Handles it out on top. Against Farr. Got in the air, hands it off. Cutter goes through. A lot of contact, but no call. A missed shot. Rebound taken down by the Trojans. Outlet pass, corner 3. Tavares James makes another. Tavares James having a big game. He's got 19. Back inside. Layup, count it, and a foul as Keith Davis will get to the line. Transition bucket that time for Davis as he scores his 6th point. Substitutions will check in. Free throw time coming up. That's good. Keith Davis extends the lead back to 3. Ball in the hands of Marcus Irvin. Gets it to Kapulish. Spins it outside. Jeremy Matos. One dribble on a jab step. Hands it off to Dominic Johnson. Johnson tried his luck. Back to back outside to Matos. Both teams are more than willing to be patient on their offensive sets. Back in the hands of the Trojans as they're working this trip down by 3. In the paint, shot goes up, no good, and a foul will be called. And that'll be an offensive foul called against Dominic Johnson, trying to clear out some space as he attacked off the dribble. Rattler ball, they're up 3. They've outscored the Euless Trinity Trojans 12-9 here in the 3rd quarter. Will Karsten will inbound the ball. Keith Davis will bring it up. Davis finds Meyer. Meyer back to Davis, into Karsten. That pass is deflected and stolen. Taking away is Dominic Johnson. Johnson brings it across. Stopped his dribble. Finds James, finds Kapulish, makes a move. Kapulish puts it up, missed it. And then a offensive foul, or checked out a rebound foul. And they'll call that against the Rattlers. Julian Meyer trying to hold off position. Non-shooting foul. 2nd team foul for the Rattlers here in the 2nd half. Euless Trinity basketball. Matos, Jeremy Matos on the dribble. Finds Dominic Johnson. Backs it away. 3-point game as Johnson on a clear out. Works against Aiden Wollensire. Takes him off the dribble. Hangs in the air. That's a blocking foul. And a free throw opportunity coming up for Dominic Johnson. As Fresno's Falcons in action next. If you're heading to the gym, I recommend you bring a jacket. It's kind of cool in here. I had a sweater. I left it in the van. My wife took it to the store. Free throw, Dominic Johnson's good. 2-point game, a substitutions check in. Trizio Loya back in the game for the Reagan Rattlers. Also, Zach Lee checks in. Meanwhile, Dominic Johnson ready at the line, looking for his second point of the game. Missed that short. 2-point game, Rattlers with the ball in the lead. Davis runs the point. Coming out to guard him now is Matos. Stays wide, goes inside to Karsten. Will Carson, overhead pass. Now they'll go inside. Ball is shot but blocked, and here come the Trojans on the run. To the right side, that's a big bump that time. They'll find it outside to James. James spins it to Matos. It's stolen though by Keith Davis. Takes it right side up, and he got fouled. He'll head to the line. Good recognition that time by Davis. First free throw for Davis is good. Keith Davis has 8 points in the game. And that whistle, Will Karsten checks out of the game for the Rattlers. Now they blow a substitution in while the free throw was going up. Like they already gave him the ball, and Davis made the free throw despite the confusion. They'll make him shoot it again and misses that. That in essence takes a point away from the Reagan Rattlers. See if they need that later on in this game. Four-point lead. Three on the way is good, made by Jeremy Matos. Back comes Euless, or the Reagan Rattlers. The score, you say, is not anywhere near right. Back outside. Off the dribble, spinning. That's a steal. Here comes Tavares James. James with a big bump is fouled. And they'll call it on Julian Meyer. Meanwhile, there's confusion on that scoreboard. They're trying to get that fixed. Should be 42 apiece if I've got my scoreboard right. And they get it all corrected. That all started when they put the free throw made by Keith Davis up first, that they eventually took away. 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Euless Trinity with the ball. They'll go inside. Nice pass and a finish on the end of that by Marcus Irvin. Irvin in double figures has 10. Third quarter in the books. Nobody took a timeout, by the way, yet in the second half. 2-point game. Euless Trinity leads. Fourth quarter coming up after this.
There's a guy in the showroom that says he wants to trade in his ride.
And?
He says he only drives it once a year, but it's got over 127 trillion miles on it.
Oh. Write him up.
Santa traded in his sled at Hacienda Ford, and now instead of reindeer power, he's got horsepower.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're DJ Southwest Avenida. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Cameras proof you need if anything bad happens to your home or business. Right now, D-Tronics offers you camera protection for just $8.99 installed. Protect your life with high-performance cameras by D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
Men's Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase.
Back here, fourth quarter begins. Euless Trinity with a 2-point lead at 44-42. It's their ball. Reagan sets up in a 2-3. It's more of a matchup zone right now. Euless Trinity has the ball. And they can be extremely patient. We saw them working yesterday in some practice sessions. And they were talking about if they matched up with Reagan on some scenarios they would work through. And now they have just completely spread the floor. Dominic Johnson isolated now against the defense of Zach Lee. Takes him into the paint, spins it outside. No shot taken. They'll just take time off the clock with a 2-point lead. Into a double team. Nothing there. Backdoor cut on the baseline. In no man's land there. That's a 3-second call. Jeremy Matos knew he was in trouble when he got under the goal and stopped his dribble. Thought he had a little more time than that. Turnover occurs. Reagan with the ball. Chance to tie or take the lead. A minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Swing it past left wing. Top of the key. Ball stolen, though, by the Trojans. And a reach and a foul called against Patricio Loya. That should be just the 16th foul, so a non-shooting chance here. Championship game is set for 5 o'clock. So if you're making a trip, you got plenty of time to get here. Outside pass. Marcus Irvin in the corner to Kapulish, guarded by Karsten, who comes out to guard him. That's 6'8", guarding 6'6". Top of the key to Gio Nkaka in the paint. Missed the shot. Kapulish right there, got the offensive board. Steps inside. Ball deflected, taken away by the Reagan Rattlers. Neither team has scored yet here in this fourth quarter. That's a foul in the backcourt. And that will be a 7th team foul on Euless Trinity. And a free throw opportunity for the Reagan Rattlers. Stepping to the line is Julian Meyer. Meyer hasn't shot a free throw yet. First one's good. Second one coming up, trying to tie us up. Rattlers confidence and everyone off the blocks for the rebound. Meyer splashes it home. We're tied at 44. Euless Trinity with the ball. Bring it across the timeline. Handling it is Jeremy Matos on a clear out. Guarded straight up by Keith Davis. They'll play catch well beyond the 3-point arc. Another minute gone. 6 left in the game. Pass out to Kapulish on that right side. Back in the hands of Dominic Johnson. Johnson puts it on the floor. Got to the free throw line. Attacks, left hand, got it. Dominic Johnson on the finish. Now in the backcourt, a foul call. As the ball goes out of bounds, it will be against Reagan, so they'll wave off the foul, but it's a turnover. Back outside. Ball in the hands of Dominic Johnson. Johnson attacks. That's a big bump. Kicks it out. That's a travel. I want to help you fans watching. I see some comments here on our YouTube. They were decoyed, as was I. When they put the 43rd point up for Reagan, and at that time it showed 43-39, they were crediting a made free throw to Keith Davis that he actually made, but it was made as the buzzer was sounding as they were substituting in. And the officials waved that made free throw off. And thus it should have went back to 42 at that time. And then Davis shot the free throw, missed it. and it kept it at 42-39. They were trying to correct the score at that time on the score clock when Euless Trinity hit a three-pointer that in reality made it 42-42. So the score you see at 46-44 is correct. There was just some confusion, and it all was set up when they hit that buzzer while Davis was shooting a free throw. I said then they may have to come back and need that point, as in essence it was a point taken away from the Reagan Rattlers. In the corner it goes. Rattlers playing catch on the outside, down by 2. Davis catches. Into traffic, spins it back outside to Julian Meyer. Meyer hands it back to Davis. We go under 5 left in this game. Semifinal game number 1. Winner plays in the championship at 5. Tough catch, turning, shooting a 3 and making it as Patrizio Loya. And that's some kind of shot there as he pirouetted and then launched a 3. 1-point game. Off the dribble for the Trojans. Get it back outside now to Marcus Irvin, and his 3 goes. Marcus Irvin with a 3. He's got 13 in the game. The lead is back to 2 for the Trojans. Reagan basketball, 4:20 left here in this game. Davis on the dribble. Finds Loya, back to Davis. Davis attacks, got in the paint, kicks it out. Now on the drive right side, that's off the mark, no good. Rebound by Euless Trinity, they want to run. Right side pass, a catch there made by James. Doesn't like the numbers, backs it out. We're halfway through the 4th. James on a clear out. Hands it off, that ball's deflected and nearly stolen. A turnover occurs on the defense played by Keith Davis. 3:51 to go. Substitution will check in for Euless Trinity. Saw someone asking if Jubilee's playing. Jubilee's not in this tournament, my friends. Two-point game. Reagan trails, but they've got the ball. Karsten looks for a backdoor cutter, finds one, a block shot, but a foul called, and a free throw opportunity coming up for Julian Meyer. Meyer steps to the line. He'll shoot 2. In the game, he's 2 of 2. Count the first. Second one coming up for Meyer. He's got 8 points in the game. This to tie it up. And he does. All tied. Timeout called by Reagan. All tied up. That's the first time out of the second half. Back after this.
Endurance and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's health care is done.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Back here after the timeout call by the Reagan Rattlers, it's Euless Trinity with the basketball. They'll bring it up. We are tied at 49 apiece in this semifinal game. 2019 Tournament of Champions from Los Fresnos. Out on top it goes to Dominic Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Tavares James. James inside, forced that pass. Turnover, the Rattlers take it away. Keith Davis is then fouled in the backcourt. It's Tavares James whistle for the foul. And now Davis will step to the line for a 1-and-1, as that's the 19th foul on the Trojans of Euless Trinity. Davis in the game, 2 of 3 at the line. Makes the front end of a 1-and-1. He's now 3 of 4 at the line. He has scored 9 points. And he'll shoot another one here. Got that. Defense led to the steal, led to the free throws, led to the lead for the Reagan Rattlers. 3:19 left in this contest. Trojans now work it outside. Off the dribble, Johnson takes a bump, gets it to Farr, finds Kapolish. He wants a three, misses that. Weak side rebound, tracked down by the Trojans. Outlet pass, there's a foul call. They'll whistle it against Trey Thompson as he bumped into Malachi Farr. And so Malachi Farr will step to the line for a 1-and-1 for the Euless Trinity Trojans. First one, no good. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Rattlers now with a 2-point lead. And they'll instantly spread the floor right now on the offensive end. Watch the movement off the ball now by the Rattlers with this 2-point lead. Davis, a heads-up point guard. Looks at the clock, 2:39 to go. Finds Meyer. Inside to Karsten, top of the key. They want a three, and it's good! Big three, Patricio Loya. Loya in the game's got 14. Timeout called. They race onto the floor. 5-point lead for the Reagan Rattlers. Trying to punch their ticket in the championship game. Back after this.
Needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life.
We are back here, fans having some fun in Los Fresnos. Reagan Rattlers up by 5. Euless Trinity with the basketball. Pass it outside. That ball deflected. Stays in the hands of the Euless Trinity Trojans. Rattler defense now trying to step it up and secure this win. Pass in the corner to Kapolis, goes baseline, and a charge. Nice job defensively by Julian Meyer. And that gets them off their feet on the Reagan Rattler bench. They lead by 5. And it's Rattler basketball on the baseline. They'll attend to the moisture first. Head coach Mark Vianis is saying, hang on a second. Looked like he was flopping before their contact ever happened in that one. Now the Rattlers have the ball and a 5-point lead. It's a 2-possession game if you're counting those. Davis brings it up. Rattlers as a team from the free throw line. If you ask about that, they are 8 of 11. That's solid when you're trying to close out a game. Ball in the hands of Meyer. Meyer takes it right side. Gets it back to Davis. Davis, nice defense there. There's a steal. What defense played that time by Malachi Farr. Then he got help by Dominic Johnson. With 1:29 left here in the fourth. Free throw opportunity coming up for the Euless Trinity Trojans. Dominic Johnson steps to the line. He's got 3 points in the game. 1 for 2 at the line in the contest. Front end of the 1-on-1 is good. Still a 2-possession game, so he needs this for the Trojans. That could change things how they operate defensively if he makes it. He misses it. Karsten gets a rebound. Rattlers still with a 2-possession lead, up 4. Davis brings it up. Takes it off the dribble. There's a timeout call by the Rattlers. They lead by 4 with 1:16 left. We'll be right back after this.
Of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
Then we would like to show you how we can help.
Cold War Moscow, 1983. You and your team of counterintelligence spies have been captured. The only thing between you and certain doom is a ticking time bomb. The newest thrilling escape game from Trapped RG. Mission Moscow.
After the timeout was called by the Reagan Rattlers, they're still over on the sideline discussing things. Meanwhile, the Euless Trinity Trojans will make their way out. If you're looking at the foul situation, Trojans have committed 10 team fouls. So anything committed as far as a foul will send a Reagan Rattler to the line for 2 versus the 1-1. Rattlers is a team from the free throw again, 8 of 11, 73% from the line. They've made 5 of 5 here in the fourth quarter as well. It's a solid way to close out a game for the Reagan Rattlers. Rattler ball, and away we go. They'll get it in the back court. Trey Thompson hands it off to Davies. Davies picked up defensively by Malachi Farr. Brings it across. Farr takes it to the right side into a double team, and they take it away again. Davis gets it, travels. Well, they forced him into that double team again. And now the Trojans have it with 1:04 left, down 4. Again, they've got some shooters on the floor. Tavares James, their leading scorer, can connect beyond the arc. Right now on the baseline, far side. Handed off to Dominic Johnson. Johnson looking for some movement, puts it on the floor. Backs it away, one hands it over. Caught by James. James beats him off the dribble, floats it up, no good. Rebound tip, controlled by the Trojans. Left-hand side, lay it up. Marcus Irvin with a layup. 2-point game, timeout on the floor. Trojans trail the Rattlers. Rattlers have the ball. Right back after this.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Right now at D-Tronics, you can get this Kenwood multimedia player that has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for just $10 a week. Low weekly payments at D-Tronics. D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
D-Tronics. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Back here on Real Sports Live, they're standing out there at the mid-center circle there. That's the area, as you see on the offensive side, where a couple of turnovers have occurred, and I want to talk about that. It's forced by defense played by Malachi Farr. You teach defenders, when you bring a guy across the mid-court stripe and you can get him to the sideline, you can use that sideline as a defender and thus double team with one guy defending. If you can get him close enough where you've got him the mid-court stripe into play, now you get a triple team by one guy because the sideline and the mid-court stripe and the back-court threat is there. Then you add another defender, and it's a 4-on-1 defense, and thus that was what the turnovers happened to Davis. 16 on the clock. Davis has it stripped out of his hands with a foul called as Marcus Irvin commits a foul. And so now Keith Davis can stroll to the line. His team up 2. Davis is 4 of 5 at the line, but circle the one he missed. That was an odd set of circumstances where the buzzer sounded, trying to get a substitute in. Davis sinks to first. Still a one-possession game. A lot of time ticked off the clock there as the Trojans were playing the defense game, trying to get a steal versus sending guys to the line. 2 made free throws by Davis. 4-point lead for the Rattlers. 14.5 left in the game. Timeout called. Trojan basketball after this.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
Right now, how about this 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia, loaded up with power everything, a rear camera, dual climate, and today it's yours, $1,000 down and just $450 a month. Or how about this, a 2014 Ford Mustang at 48,000 miles, leather seats, a shaker sound system, aftermarket exhaust, steering wheel controls, and a 5.0-liter engine. $23,999 today.
Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Euless Trinity takes a timeout. They'll draw up a play and, in essence, have to get it down court and get it to the rim quickly. Don't necessarily have to have a three if you're Euless Trinity. But you are down 2 possessions. You're going to have to get a made basket and get the ball back. Rattlers will drop back defensively at the half-court set. Now they'll bring a player up just to make it where they'll have to inbound the ball in the backcourt. Bringing it across is Malachi Farr. Farr from the right-hand side. 9 seconds. Gets it top of the key for a Dancy three. That's off the mark, no good. They'll save the rebound, but it goes out of bounds. And the Reagan Rattlers, with 4 seconds to go, appear to be on their way to the championship game. Will Karsten to throw it in. In the backcourt for the Rattlers. Throws it in, they commit a foul. And Julian Meyer will step to the line. Make or miss on the free throw opportunities, it doesn't matter. It's a 2-possession game. Currently the lead is 4. It can go up to as many as 6. But with 2.6 seconds left in the game, the Reagan Rattlers punching their ticket in. Free throw is good for Julian Meyer. He's in double figures. Joins Patrizio Loya, Will Karsten, Keith Davis, all in that category. Second free throw won't go, and that's it. And the Reagan Rattlers are on their way to the championship game. They win this one by the score of 57-52, and they'll be playing at 5 o'clock this evening. Leading scorer, again, Patrizio Loya leads away. He is our player of the game, our Hacienda Ford. He has it, player of the game. Sponsored by Hacienda Ford out of Edinburgh, Texas. Patrizio Loya. His threes in that fourth quarter helped seal the deal as the Reagan Rattlers win the game 57-52. Leading scorer for the Trojans, Tavares James, had 19 points to pace his team. Teammate Marcus Irvin right behind him with 15. That'll do it for our broadcast. We got to get ready for the next semifinal. Hope you enjoyed this one. Next up was Fresnos Falcons takes on the Houston Jesuit. We'll have that one for you in about 20 minutes. Till next time, for Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera, I'm Joe Bowling. Reagan wins this one. So long for just a